Yeah, I know what I mean.
It's a three-digit number that starts with a 2.
What's up,
That's all,
guys? Thank you
what it
guys for tuning in. As you guys hear in the background, we have a co-caster today, and you can see in the title too, we do have Nick from NICKydex, who plays PUBG Mobile and streams content like scrimmages like we do. He does RDM, he does Lost, he does exclusive as well. So he does a lot of that right now, and we're really happy to have him. Nick, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yo, guys, what's up? My name is Nick. As you just heard, I've been streaming PUBG Mobile for about a year or so regularly. The last couple months, I've gotten really involved in casting scrims. I find it a lot of fun. Sometimes it's more fun to watch people who are better at the game than you are. Show how it's done. So I've been getting a lot of enjoyment out of that, getting a lot of new viewers and all that on my channel. So it's been a good time.
Awesome. Oh yeah, and prerequisite to all the people in the chat. If any of the audio is not working, let me know so I can try to fix it as soon as possible. We want to make sure you guys are going to hear everything perfectly because that's what we're here to do. Perfect audio, perfect visuals, and that's going to be your role. All right, everybody in chat. All right, so obviously Nick, great streamer. We're happy to have him. We're going to start this one at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we have roughly 6 minutes before we get started. I'm going to show you guys the teams, and then we're going to discuss some random stuff about the game that you guys might be interested to hear about. Let's go through the team list first, though. All right. So we got Naked Esports, A6's Esports, Royal Familia, Frozed, Zone Fighters, Naughty Esports, Random Deathmatch, Universe 7, Lights On, No Aim, Overpowered, Porn Stars, Execution Esports, Team Fatal, The Happy Chemical, SK Ladies, True Clan, FS Gaming, Old School Gaming Rush, Panda Gaming, Underdogs, Pretty High Gamers, Legacy, Exclusive, and last but not least, FBO Blue. Now, as you guys know, pretty much I pick one team winner, and obviously that's going to be Naked Esports, and then another. But actually, this time, you know what? I don't know if you got the list, Nick, to see, but
I'm looking at the graphic right now.
great. Pick a team, and then we're going to see which one of us is going to win the whole thing. So obviously, I'm going to pick Naked Esports. Let me know if you have a prediction for this.
These are TPP, right?
Yeah, this is FPP.
FPP.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah, let's
changes
bring it
things.
back to the days of FPP. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um. Well, I'll go with lights on.
Lights on. All
Why
right.
not?
Why not? Because, you know, it's going to turn it up. All right, turn it on. All right, so we got team slot 9 and team slot 1. All right, those are the two teams. If you guys have a different team in the chat, let me know who you think is going to win because we want to hear from you guys. And then I'll shout you guys out. I'll shout that team out. Maybe that'll give them some extra love in the game. Maybe the PUBG gods will like them a little bit more. But I'm going to bring you guys back over to my visual, just like seeing me. And before we were starting the stream, I was talking to Nick about casting. Obviously, why not? And we were kind of discussing the casting, the spectate role there. I'm gonna actually open that up so you guys can see exactly what I mean. So you can see there on the right, right above me, there's those two slots for spectate mode, and you can get 2 people in now. It used to be that you can get like 12 or 16 slots in there. Now you can only do 2, but that is not 100% true. Nick, I don't know if you want to go into it more because you definitely have more insight than I do.
Sure. So whenever they restricted those slots, it's interesting because on the global client that pretty much everyone uses, you can still see those slots. You just can't select them, so nobody can jump into those. Now there's kind of a workaround where if you use the Korean PUBG client, which it still allows you to connect to the same rooms to do customs or scrims. It allows you to get in the same matches. It's not like a completely separate game like the Chinese Game for Peace is. I'm in the Korean version right now, and I have 10 spectator slots that I could jump into on either one, or like any of them that I wanted to, instead of just being restricted to 2. So this is a useful thing for like a presentation or like a scrim match where you wanted to have just more than 2 spectators, or you know, I like to use it because I like to basically spectate twice myself on two different accounts, so I can have one device just looking at the map all the time, and then another device where I'm like following around a specific player or team. It
Yeah.
helps to like to figure out where fights are going to happen, so you know where to jump without having to constantly go into the map on your own device, or like your main one you're watching from.
Yeah. Oh wait, did I? Sorry. I think honestly, I'm so sorry. I think I had you muted. Honestly, I think that's what just happened. I'm
Okay.
sorry about that. But can you just say that
I
again?
will go through that
Okay, yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
So
Everybody watches probably like, why is there silence in this?
it's silent for 5 minutes. So
Oh my
basically,
god.
what I had said is, um, like Crusader said, we used to have, it was 10 or 12 or whatever spectator slots. In some update, they restricted that to where you can only join the first two, and nobody really knows why. But there was a workaround found for this. If you use the Korean PUBG mobile client, which in the Korean client, you it doesn't pull your account over, like it won't take all your skins and the 10 billion BP that you have accumulated. So you're basically starting over from scratch if you use the Korean account. But the reason that people would use it is because you have the ability to use 10 spectator slots in custom rooms. So if you're doing custom matches or casting custom matches, having those additional slots gives you some flexibility to have more spectators or to have like a separate device spectating. So like what I like to do is use a separate device to just have the map pulled up, just so when I'm casting, I can always just look at the map on a tablet instead of having to pull it up on my phone and maybe miss out on some action because I was stuck in the map trying to figure out like where a team was rotating to or whatever.
Yeah, that's good because I know we were always trying to. I hated it when they got rid of all those slots because I wanted to have an ability where I can have different people look at different teams and maybe have them give those teams like their analysis of what they did, maybe did right or did wrong. But as time went on and they only got two slots, that made it impossible to do that. So maybe that could be brought back in with that new Korean, or not new, but I don't know how long it's existed. Probably since
Yeah,
the
it's
beginning.
it's existed quite a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly when, but I do know that there's teams who are trying to like record their gameplay so that they can go back and analyze it,
Yeah.
and having potentially having these additional spectator slots available might give some flexibility or whatever as far as that's concerned. But what's interesting now is like if I jump to a different spectator slot on my Korean client, which like you can't see it, but I'm looking at your stream right now, so like you only see the two, but all that empty space on my screen has additional slots. um so there, you know eh, there's a potential here for some abuse too, which is another reason to use the Korean client if you're casting, because as some teams and individual people have figured this out, they were trying to sneak like invisible spectators into matches to basically be spies for them, like
Yeah.
real like what do I want to say, uh live, like real time spies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like
And
people
and
who would
if you're
take a look.
looking at the I think I just like got booted out of the room. See, I'm talking about a potential way to not cheat, but like exploit something in the game. I think it booted me out.
Well, hopefully you'll get back in. We got it's 8 o'clock right now. Hopefully, maybe if I text Celeste first, make sure she doesn't
I'm
start.
typing the
This
password right
your
now.
streamer doesn't have the maps download. You need to download the maps on that,
Oh, that's because I'm in this other client.
right?
Okay, let me launch my other client because that will be much faster than. Yeah, because I just put that on this device because I usually use it on a different device. Give me like 30 seconds.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I didn't think about it either.
Because you're doing Miramar. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna start with Miramar, then we're gonna go to Erangel, and then we're gonna go to Vikindi, yeah. Or is it I don't even know. Sandhawk? Sandhawk, that's it. We're gonna do one of those. How much delay? This is gonna be a 4-minute delay. King Planic, thank you for joining in. Appreciate it. And thank you for the follow as well. So as you were just hearing, I thought it was very interesting. I knew it existed, but I didn't know how to actually get it. And it makes a lot of sense to prevent people from actually cheating in that way, which I think is very easy for some, because cheating is rampant sometimes when it comes to gameplay, and especially in esports. And anything that we
Okay,
can do to
I'm in
like
now. Don't
not
want to
have that
cut you
issue.
off, but
Oh, we're
you
good.
want to.
So Celeste is just making sure. So I told Celeste she knows, and right when you got in, she's able to start. So she's probably gonna start anytime now. Great. Let's see. Yeah, start. I'm just gonna tell her too, just in case. So if you guys are just tuning in, appreciate it. As you just heard, that is Nick from NICKydex, from Twitch. And what other platforms do you stream to, or just Twitch right now, or Matt Cat
I've
as
been
well?
streaming on I've been streaming on Mad Cat a lot. I did stream a bit on YouTube and Facebook. I've been having some issues with my restream service though, so I've been kind of trying to figure out what
Which
exactly
one?
the issue is. So I'm like taking one out and like
Right.
doing a different one. But I'm always on Twitch for sure, and then I've been streaming mostly then additionally on Mad Cat.
I always find that Omelet Arcade is pretty solid when it comes to restreaming to a different platform. So that's what I use. So that's why Omelet Arcade, nothing against them too. They're a really good platform, I think. But it really is helpful when it comes to Twitch and YouTube as well, just to
And
get everything
you're
there.
doing that through OBS.
Yeah, so like I send all that information to Omelet because on Streamlabs you can't go to multiple platforms, as we were just talking about. So for everybody who's watching, so we have to go to one platform, which for me is Omelet Arcade, and then through Omelet Arcade you can specify where you want to send it to, and I use Twitch and YouTube. And that's why I'm able to get 3 in 1 right there. All right, so we're going to start. We got Miramar. Let's take a look at the action. We're obviously, and Nick, I kind of gave him the update. He knows the drill pretty much. But we're just going to try to find the action wherever it lies. We're going to try to work together and try to figure out how to get that to you the best way possible. So looking good here. We got a good north plane line going through most of the cities. I always think it's a good spot when it starts toward Los Leones and then heads more toward middle of the map north. So that seems to be perfect. Los Leones, Impala, San Martin, Picado, El Azahar, Camp Military even. You can head to all those places without trouble. Thank you for joining in, Cyber Matrix. Appreciate it.
A lot of these teams will know also very likely places to find cars. So if they really want to go farther west, they'll figure out a way to get there.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need a car. I always say that when it comes to this map, is it's so big that if you don't have a car at all in this game, you're going to get sniped pretty badly, unless you're really lucky somehow, some way. Right now I'm just looking at Naked. They're going across the way. Looks like they're trying to hit the road, maybe find a car past Los Leones. There's a few teams dropped to Los Leones, but I don't think that we're going to see a lot of activity. Impala, though, on the other hand, we might see some good activity, and that's where we're going to start off first. We got Universe 7 here, dropped on team slot 8. And then we also, we got some shots already on AS right now, so let's see exactly what that looks like. Looks like Bullet is trying to back away. And the rest of AS, ooh, Kush is already knocked too. Cyber, thank you for joining in. I want you guys all to follow each other. I think that's great to build a community. There's no doubt about that. I want you guys to watch each other when it comes to streaming. So Bullet's going to try to use the Uzi, try to peek over to the window, see if he can get some hits that way. The Uzi, now that it's gained the ability to put a scope on it, has made it that much deadlier. Obviously, Bullet wasn't using a scope there, but it does make it a little bit more useful. Buthams, thank you for joining in, saying hello to you. Appreciate you being here. Remember, guys, I'm on a few minutes delay, right? If you guys can hear that, I know I hear that in the background. It sounds like somebody floating. Hopefully that'll go away. It usually takes some time to, but that's just a bug in the system sometimes.
That's part of Miramar 2.0 when there's the sandstorms, but that doesn't come out for another, what, 4 days?
Oh yeah, that's the new sound comes out.
There's like a sandstorm mode that will be in the new update. I was kind of joking about the wind noise.
Well, it's obviously just a sandstorm here, no doubt. Because my system would never glitch.
I'm hearing it too on my client.
Okay, so it's just everybody pretty much. It's
kind of
everywhere.
insane.
All right, let me take a look around the map, make sure we're not missing anything else, because while this is close, there might be other battles around. El Azahar might have something, so we'll maybe hit not yet actually. That's still working on it. So we got
Los
some
Leones.
yeah.
Los Leones has 3 teams.
3 teams, although the separation is probably pretty significant there right now still. Team 8 and Team 2, so they backed away pretty much at Impala. We might not see a lot of activity there. I'm going to go to La Cabrera up north of the map, as there seems to be 3 teams, 2 technically really close. Spray only has a handgun so far, which I'm not sure how that's even possible at this point. How have you not found a real gun yet? Or I guess you have a shotgun on your back, but you're just rocking the handgun for now. Looks like Aspire Steezy is trying to head up away, and he doesn't have a gun at all. He's getting hit hard. He gets right over the hill just in time. Any later, and he would have been knocked for sure.
Well, that was Spray. Picked up a Tommy gun at the exact right moment he needed it.
Oh, man. That was super close. It looks like FBO Chef is trying to push up to see if he can find anybody. Meanwhile, Team 9 is going to get shot at by Team 15 as well. Or maybe Zeno is going to try to use his gun as well. But, oh, his teammate has been knocked, and right away, Zeno backs away because he really can't do much about it. He's got a handgun and a shotgun. So, good luck with that. As the Happy Chemical are there, it looks like Zeno is going to get shot from the other Happy Chemical players who are on top of the hill trying to solo or single fire that player. Apollo is knocked as well.
Happy Chemical Trick has a M762.
That's probably going to be, that might be a big decisive change in this battle, because a lot of these teams don't seem to have the weaponry useful on this type of map. Miramar, typically you want some longer range type of guns. I see an Uzi, I see shotguns on a lot of these players.
The problem with this M762 is with the light grip is not the easiest to control. I can't, obviously can't tell you, but
that is very true. I wonder, what kind of scope does he have?
He's rocking a red dot on there right now.
Okay. He should be able to handle it just okay, but it is kind of difficult with that gun compared to most. Danky's going for the revive right now on Apollo. He's been needing that revive for a while, and it seems like they're going to get that through. Here, they're looking at Trick right now. Definitely does have that red dot. He's pushing over to the right. He might be able to get a good flank position on Team 25 as he reaches to the top of the hill here. Looking down at them, possibly getting a good sight. Kalina is right there, but a little bit below the hill. So is Chef, a little below the hill as well. Shot fire from Chef, though, and he gets knocked immediately. And solo firing, trying to thirst him out. They do that well. Kalina.
Good teamwork there between the M762 and the M16.
Yeah. Being able to work as a team is key in these squad matches. So I saw a lot of separate players in this one that might have been a... Oh! I was looking from Kalina's standpoint, and that was just bad. Right when she saw that there's players up there, tried to back away, it just did not work.
Yeah, caught one to the head, probably without a helmet.
Yeah, I think so too. Just a lack of equipment going into that battle. I'm very surprised that that particular team was trying to cut out there to fight. I'm looking over at No Aim Team 10. This area is at Generales, Minas Generales. They do have Team 2 close by, and it looks like No Aim Chicken is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place as he's getting pushed, and he's trying not to make much noise. And he's going to finally get hit on the side there. It looks like Exec was the one that got the knock. The rest of the team is here. They're looking around, making sure nobody is coming, and then they go for the thirst right after. Thank you for joining in, Dio. Appreciate it. So that probably is it. I do see the rest of the team, but they're pretty far away. Chopstick is pretty closer, I guess, but not that close in particular. I don't know if you have a gun. I hope you do. Yes, he does. He has a Scar, I believe. No, an M16. And he's closing the gap right now as we speak. He has an Uzi and an M16. One for long range, I assume. One for short. I'm going to head over to El Azahar. We might see a better battle there. Closer battle. We got Legacy with Team Slot 23. He's getting shot right now. Magician trying to drive off. And the car's about to explode. Doesn't matter. Magician gets knocked out of it. He's getting thirsted, and that is it for him for match number 1. He does have other teammates around who might be able to get some knocks across, but we'll see about that. Holosight has a mini right now. He has an 8x scope on it. He has a teammate next to him as well. Maybe they can do some long-range shots. It's kind of tough with a lot of buildings in play. Being able to get an angle to work for them might be harder than it looks. Looks like Shiju here with the rest of his squad with Planic, Kingsman, and Shuttle are pretty good. I mean, no one's taken any damage. Maybe Shiju has, but still above 50% health. And they're trying to drive up, or drive south, but up the hill, as you can see there with multiple vehicles. I'm going to head back over to Team 10 with no aim because he's really close to Team 2 still. Or they are, anyway. So as we left off, Chopstick and Big have been trying to make their way closer and maybe get a knock there. It looks like they did on Hendrix. One player's going back to get that revive while he's doing that. Where's the rest of your teammates here? No aim. Big. Chopsticks on the bottom here trying to heal up. You see Exec here behind the wall, so is Pain.
No aim started as a 3-man, and Chicken's dead, so they just have the 2, Chopstick and Bigabo.
Yeah, that's a big disadvantage in these squad events. There are no bots in this game to take advantage of. You're going up against full squads, and you're pretty much diminishing your chances with every player you don't have. Fusion pushing to the left of Chopstick right now. He might be kind of looking around there. Shots fired. Fusion gets knocked. Good position from Chopstick, and good shots from the top to have a combination to take out Fusion. They try to throw smokes for him, but not fast enough. Exec is going to fire as he was trying to get the response, but no response there. Chopstick, nice shots on Hendrix. Gets the knock right there. Chopstick might take a push here. I feel like they feel motivated to do so. You can see Chopstick all the way to the left, but gets knocked through the smoke as he tried to peek around it. So Exec did take some damage. Pain did as well, but Pain's looking pretty good as far as health is concerned. Chopstick's trying to back up to Big, but that's going to be a long way to crawl. Good smoke for him.
Chopstick had a good position. They did not know where he was. After that second knock, I think he figured that he gave his position away, so
I agree with that. I think he did. Oh, Big got knocked somehow. I thought he got behind the cover here. After getting I thought he got a knock. He did go for a thirst, which might have been the big problem there. And now AS is with Hendrix and Pain. They're going to try to do it as a duo from now on. But man, if he didn't go for the thirst, maybe if he went behind the barrier faster, he would have survived a little bit longer. And I always
fight out just east of Picado right now.
Ooh, let's take a look. East of Picado.
Well, actually, it's just Team 19. That's
shooting.
Old School Gaming Rush. They're shooting at a car that's like 500 meters away. There's a lot of shots going on.
There's a lot of shots, but they're shooting.
They were trying.
I'm going to head over to San Martin. I think they're shooting up the hill against Team 12. So this is True Gaming, I believe. True TRU Gaming. And then
Freddy has a Mini 14 with a 6X. He was trying to get some shots with.
Yeah. I do like the position Team 12's in. Very, very big fan. I'm a big fan of having the high hill as your position compared to just having the buildings down low. It's good defensively on both ends, but I think a little advantage goes to Jesse's position. So that's why having long-range type of weaponry is so important on Miramar. You can see that the distance between these teams are going to be quite significant as they battle, trying to get knocks and maybe make a push later.
What's your rule with flares in your match?
Oh, flares? Yeah, you can use flares. That's fine.
All right. Team 18 has a flare coming down.
Ooh, Nice.
They are just south from Team 12, who you're looking at.
Okay. I see
So they
that
got
now. So
an
they're gonna
MK14 and an AUG on
beautiful for them.
delivery, and an 8x scope that'll really come in handy. Because, like you were saying, the distances that you get in some of these engagements.
You want to have those types of weapons. That's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna head over to Team Legacy next to Patron, all the way to the right of the map right now. And it looks like Legacy is still fighting another team here. Team 21. That door is open, by the way. Spectate mode can be crazy. But Shuttle is looking down now at them. They have 1 kill on the board. We're hoping to make maybe 3 more, as there's 3 Legacy players on the bottom.
I think Team 18 just shot a second flare. And Team 12 has actually moved south off of that cliffside they were on. So they might be looking to try to snipe them as they're trying to collect the loot from these flares.
Where's that?
Just south of San Martin.
Okay. Oh, I see.
So
I see.
Team 12, Porn Stars, they were on that cliff above San Martin, and
Yeah.
now they've started to move
They've
south,
got-
and they see two flares
Yeah.
like right in front of them.
They see the cars that they use to get there too. So I see that from a glimpse of a position. Looks like they are shooting. I'm not sure if they're shooting at the vehicles or shooting at the people. But one or the other for sure. Just shooting across. We'll take a look from FS's standpoint. FS Gaming. They've competed in our events a few times before. They got Sosa, Copy, Moscow, and Royal.
And now is when that 8x scope would come in handy.
Yeah. I think they definitely got it. One of them did. And they got another drop as well.
Yeah, they shot a
That's
second
nice.
flare, and I think that's what really got the attention of Team 12.
Yeah, this could be huge. Royal's trying to use a 4x scope on his M4. Not sure about that. That recoil is tough, I feel, after a 3x scope. But if you can handle it, well, better for yourself there. 6x scope for Eclipse on the M4 as
Some
well.
of these players, the way they have their gyros set up,
Yeah.
it's almost like a 4x is nothing for them.
I know, the gyro, I can never get used to the gyro, but it does obviously have a big advantage if you're able to control it well enough. I hear the MK going off. 8x scope for sure. The hits. Gets the knock on
Matsu gets the
Nebula.
headshot.
Yeah. Beautiful hit there. Teammates are going to have to cut back. You can see they're moving back already. I think they're trying to determine which one should go back, which one should stay in their flank position. I guess both of them are actually opting to go back, regroup maybe, and then move forward from there. Looking around the map, I'm going to take a look at Team 1, Naked Esports. We have Kurt, Guy, Celeste, and Kelvin. Meanwhile, Team 16 is driving right by them on the road, and we'll see if they find each other. Twix is right there, and we'll see Kelvin and the rest of the team are shooting at them right now. And it looks like Twix is just going to get under that hill to make it really difficult to shoot at them. Let's see if they're able to continue these shots now. They will continue the shots. Twix is barely any health left. Maybe 1 or 2 shots left, but they are not going to be able to get it. And Twix is going to be able to drive off to the distance. It's a missed opportunity for Naked to get that kill. Heading back over to FS Gaming, back to the drops. I see Team 12 has 1 player still. Jess didn't go back. He actually continued his rotation. He's trying to get up this cliff, actually, so he can flank around. This could be great if he can get up and really surprise ATN. I do not expect FS Gaming to realize Jess's move here, but I think Jess is having a hard time getting up. It's yeah, he needs some rock climbing ability here if he wants to really get around.
No, that'll be in the next update too. Some ropes and
Some
you know,
ropes.
pulleys and
Yeah. Just good setups there. There's a game like that, I think, in Battle Royale where you have rock climbing abilities. Pretty sure there is one. Not in mobile though.
I was thinking there as special character Link, and you can use a hook shot and haul yourself up a cliff.
Oh yeah. So that's like more like COD Mobile with the grappling hook. That would have been perfect for that occasion.
Yeah, for the ninja, exactly.
Alright, well, yeah, Paranebula is out. I thought they were going to go for that revive on him, but apparently not, as Jess and Eclipse are going to try and do this on their own. They're staying low. as they are working at a disadvantage. Meanwhile, I'm taking a look around, seeing if there's other battles to be had. Right now, it's good separation. I'm expecting a lot of activity near the end.
There's 4 teams in San Martin right now.
Yeah, or they are shooting, I guess, but Team 17 especially, you can see all those
Yeah,
orange flares
they're-
going off of their numbers.
I think they're shooting at Team 3.
Team 3, yeah. I see Angry's backing away from that side, heading closer to his teammate that's more center of that town with Freddy. Freddy does have players in front of him with lights on, the team you have predicted to win, but he's actually opting to get the buggy instead and driving off that way.
Yeah, the problem is lights on already has 2 dead, so
Yeah,
maybe
they
my
were-
prediction was a curse.
Well, I always say that with my streams because I'm barely right when it comes to my secondary choices. So usually I pick NICKydesports and then another team, and the other team never wins. It just doesn't happen. Sikazy or Casey, yeah, it says hello to you, and you're saying go Team 21. Who's Team 21 overall? Are they still alive? I hope so.
That's
UD.
underdogs.
Underdogs, yep. So good luck to them. They already have 4 kills, so they're looking pretty good. So FS is, I think, driving away, although they stopped right there. Looking around the map still to see where I want to go. Shots fired on Royal.
That was close. He got stuck on the hood of the truck, it looked like. I'm going to get down behind the rock.
Eclipse almost had that. It looks like he's throwing a grenade. That's not going to be far enough at all. Eclipse gets hit hard and knocked down by the MK from Moscow.
That is the best gun in the game.
The MK. I don't know. It has a lot of recoil for a sniper, in my opinion. But it's, I guess, a powerful one.
If you can handle the recoil, like, you just saw how quick it knocked the player from Team 12 there.
I know a lot of people like the Mini because of its lack of recoil. If you can spam that hit button like that, then that's my favorite DSL or sniper that's not a bolt action. Eclipse is not going to get picked up. There's no way Jess is going to go over there. That's a huge risk, and FS is holding him down, looking in that direction.
Yeah, he just got tagged up Eclipse as soon as he peeked out from that rock.
Looks like Sosa on the other end. Yeah, I think Jess is going to back off.
That's one of the great things with this game. The variety of weapons that you can use. Like, I prefer an SKS over a Mini 14, but that's just me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would rather use the Mini 14. It seems to me whenever I use a Mini 14, I'm like, God, I hit this guy 9 times. He's not knocked yet. What's going on? It just seems to take so many shots.
A lot of shots.
I don't spam fire it fast enough to take advantage of like the lack of recoil like you were talking about.
I'm looking over now at RDM. RDM just got one player instantly knocked out, and that will be it. So FRZ is going to take that win for Team Slot 4. RDM is out of the game. Random deathmatch. We got TF here, Team Fatal. They have 3 players to start, hoping to end it that way as well, as all of them are still alive. Looks like they are getting shot at by Royal Familia, and there's Mighty in front of him. See Casey trying to get these shots off, hoping for a hit. Looks like Mighty dodged them all like Neo from the Matrix. From Mighty's perspective, he has a red dot and an M16. Not the combination of scope and weapon that you want, I believe, most of the time. He's trying to get these long-range shots with a red dot.
Now this is the zone shift where we see a ton of action, because if you look at the size of the zone right now, and the fact that there's 55 people alive,
yeah,
this is going to get intense really quickly.
People need to rotate, and they're going to do it maybe faster than they ever expect to, and put themselves in positions where battle will probably likely ensue.
Especially when the shift is like this, all the way to one edge.
Sosa is knocked from FS Gaming. Team 17 has a player knocked as well. I think caused an... So I believe the slowdown is going to happen. Moscow's going to try to get that revive. Meanwhile, TRU is going to do the same. Moscow almost reviving his player, just about. teammates are coming closer and closer to help out the cause. Royal has a lot of players near them too. Looks like THC Trick is doing a great job with his AK. Trick's also getting shot in the side there. He gets right behind the shed to stay alive. FRZ just had a player thirsted as well. I'm looking from Sheriff's perspective on the north part of zone. It's a bit troubling.
Team 21 underdogs, who chat was rooting for before, they're about center zone, and it looks like they might have some high ground that
Yeah,
they're working
that's
with.
gonna work perfect. As long as they can prevent people from coming up this hill, it seems very likely that they have a good advantage to win the whole thing.
They've got a ditch too, like they have vehicles parked in this ditch that are pretty safe.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, that's gonna be perfect. They gotta watch out from the side from Team Fatal. If they come up that hill and shoot across, their cars might be lit. But other than that, they're pretty covered. I see Lick looking over to the side here, and he's got the car right behind him. There's shots on the team. One gets knocked already. Wong is going to try to continue to drive out of that. Rin is going to keep moving across. His car's about to blow up, and I don't know. Yeah, he got knocked out before the car blew up, and that is it for him. Take a look from Shuttle, I guess, from Team 21. They have similar situation from what they did before. Still got to watch out for Team Fatal. FS focused on TRU on the north to north east side of the new zone.
Yeah, so now underdogs with that flank exposed just threw down all of them at the same time like smokes.
Just threw as many as they possibly could to stay alive, I guess.
So they got smokes on that flank, and now they're on the opposite side of the cars, so they have a little bit of hard cover as well.
Where are they right now?
Team 21,
okay.
They're right on the very edge, on the west edge of zone.
Yeah,
But all the shots you're hearing, this is what I was just saying. Like, this zone, you see the numbers drop so fast. Like, we were at 55, now we're down to 34.
Crunch just got knocked on Snatch on Team Fatal. PG is starting to get shot at. Some are taking a look at our eyes through them. And they have Team 21 right next to them. So we'll see if there's a push or what, but they are really close. Grenades thrown to Planic. Planic will not get hit by that. It's a little short. Kingsman is trying to revive his player from the underdog side. Grenade thrown again to the left, but looks like Planic is going to avoid that one as well. Grenades thrown to both ends, hoping to get something done, but not much is happening on these throwables. Shiju is really pushing forward here. Let's see if it works out. He's got the Uzi out, so if he gets close to range, that should help out. Looks like he was almost knocked, but he was able to get a lot of good damage on PG Rainey. Molly thrown into the smoke, hoping for that to finish him up. Will it? Doesn't. It won't. He just was short of that throwable. Shiju is knocked on that side as well. Kingsman's going to back away and gets knocked out as well. That is it for the whole squad. Underdogs are out. DSG Resi is trying to get the revive on Fury.
So that is the problem with that type of position. If people get in range to get grenades, that kind of funnels them down into that ditch that you're hiding in.
Yeah, everybody wants to go to that spot because everyone likes it. Say PG Rojas has players in front of him, and he's going to get hit from the side there. Fury wasn't able to get a knock. He got one hit on Rojas as he's holding this rock. Fury got to get into zone, so he peeked himself way too far out there and gets knocked out of the game. Resi, is Resi good? No, Resi is out. That is an instant kill. PG trying to get into zone. Got a little pieces of it as they're hiding as on the very edge of blue zone.
This is the type of zone shift I love to see. So there's 7 teams, 22 people, and somehow the zone figures out how to go to where nobody at all is inside of it.
Nobody, yeah, that's crazy. So
Every
everybody's gonna
single
have to figure
person
out a
has
way.
to move.
Nobody has advantage. Looks like TRU True just got a knockout on a team here. They got 5 kills total, and they have 1 player knocked. Right now, Angry's going for that revive.
Yeah, they should be in okay shape. They're on the shorter side of the rotation. Although they have Team 13 and Team 20, both kind of
Looking at
probably
the
in the
south
same
side,
area they're going to be looking to try to go.
PG's getting awfully close now to Chino, Alexander, Sage, and Striker. Molly being thrown all the way up. Can it reach? Does he have a hell of an arm as an outfielder? No, does not reach, but very close to Rainey. I'm sure he has to worry about that side now, if he wasn't worried about it before.
Oh, he
Thank
just
you for
took a
joining the
hard
stream.
hit too.
Oh, he did. Guess overpeaked
This
on the
dude-
left side. Thanks
That's
to
at
TF.
762 DMR. 1 hit puts you at like 10 HP.
2 hits and you're done. Copy has eyes. Rojas, has eyes on Copy. I don't think he got the knock, but he might have got some damage on him. What's up, man? Thank you for joining in on the stream. Appreciate it. So everybody's holding edges. Nobody has middle zone. Everyone's just going to creep in, hoping to have a very edge that is defensively covering from all sides.
That's what happened when you have that zone shift where nobody's in there, which we have another one right now. You want to make
Again,
a
nobody's
short
in it, yeah.
rotation as possible. Like rotating all the way from the edge to center, even though it's a small zone, that's going to expose yourself a lot more than is necessary.
For sure. Angry gets knocked as he tried to shoot down at Sosa. Sosa's coming up the hill, gets another knock, but he gets knocked right in response. Rambino goes for the thirst, and he has his job cut out for him to get these revives and possibly get into zone right after. Although they're going to be late to get in. They're pretty much on the far side of zone. And obviously he had to go for the revives on the heels of his teammates. Grenade thrown all the way over. Can it reach? It's a little off kilter as it makes it to the left rather than to the right. But it does seem like FS realizes there's a player or team there. I hear a lot of shots actually now. Something just happened. Insanity is still alive. That's it for the squad, and he gets the last remaining player. Look at the health on Sanity.
Did you see Sanity, the like 2 HP
I know.
right there?
He's got no health. The zone's going to move in 22 seconds. He can go for a revive on 1. He needs to heal right after, though. He is going to go for the revive on Rainy, too. I guess maybe he has that time to do so, but he's got to be awfully cautious. If any step into the blue zone will be it. Rambino trying to get shots on 2 different teams, actually. Kaysen's behind the hill. Looks like Kaysen actually took care of some players in front to help out Rambino's cause, if that was an indirect helpfulness. Someone hacked me, is trying to move down the hill. Players knocked. He has a 4-time scope. PG is right beyond those smokes, and you can see he's trying to get to his teammate here. Looks like he got to. He's going to throw a smoke. Good idea. That should work. Angry does have a teammate Angry on the backside in case anything else happens.
Yeah, I think the choice to pick his teammates up was smart. Now that you can use first aid kits as you're moving, takes a little bit less pressure off having to bust it right as soon as,
Right at the blue zone? Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Kaysen's going to get this revive on Lick. I think Team 14 with TF, Team Fatal, I think they have a great position to be able to shoot from these hills down a lot of different players. They have the high hill. The problem is with a lot of these players on the backside, they have cover. So the blue zone might not actually affect them as fast as Team Fatal. Rambino gets knocked, I think, by Rainy. Rainy's going to get shot from multiple angles. He's not knocked out yet, but he finally does get knocked out by someone. And I say someone, and the actual name is Someone Hacked Me. Zenit Lee and Rojas are staying low. Shots fired possibly in the smoke. If he was just shooting through the smoke, that would work out beautifully. But he doesn't know for sure, and he probably doesn't want to give up his positioning too easily for enemies to notice. Kaysen and Look are making their way to the left. I think they're making their way to the tree. That might be good. We'll see. It looks like Lick and them are staying low at times. Rambino makes his way up, and he's going to get hit down by someone hack me. Kaysen's trying to get into zone as well. He gets knocked down as well. No, he's staying alive. And Kaysen gets absolutely demolished as he just got ran over. Blue zone's affecting a lot. Rojas is knocked. Who's actually left?
Sanity just got knocked. And
oh, Rojas. Rojas working in the blue zone, gets a knock there. Rambino gets knocked out, and that is a win. Beautiful. I didn't even notice where he was until the last moments there. I'm glad I got to see it. PG takes the win with a lot of kills. That's going to be great for their team total.
That was the solo at the end. It was a 1v3, and the solo won.
So he was like kind of behind that team then, who was knocked a few times.
I'm pretty sure there was 3 of the true members up. Someone hacked me, and 2 of the true. That's on the same team.
Right. That was all the same team up there.
And there was one PG tag that was alive.
And that was him? That was
be.
Rojas.
Because I thought when I saw match ended, I thought, well, true won, and then I'm looking at the results.
It's like, how did that be? No, well, I think Rojas got a knock on a TRU player, and I think maybe, if possible, his teammates were able to get a knock on another. That's why there was 3. And then
Sanity had a knock or 2 right before he got knocked, because he had to run over a crest of a hill to get to the zone. He came over the crest of the hill. He saw everyone from True standing on top of the hill, so he just started mowing at them. I think he got 2 knocked before he went down.
Okay.
So then his teammate, even though it said it was a 3v1, I think it was a 1v1 with 2 additional players that were knocked.
Yeah. I mean, either way, fantastic from Rojas at the end there to make sure he can get that win. So let's take a look at all the results. I do think PG, not only do they have first place, I think they're going to have the most kills, which is going to be fantastic for them. Sanitly has 8, 4 for Rojas, 1 for Rainy, and 2 for 100, making a team total of 15. Yeah, crazy double-digit kill count. And you got TRU, who did it phenomenal as well, with 10 total kills. Rambino with 5, 1 for Freddy, and 4 for Someone Hacked Me. Great name, by the way. Love it. And then you got Team Fatal, trying to do it as a 3-man squad. Seems to have done really good, actually, given the odds that were probably stacked against them. And that's a team total of 13. So 1, 2, and 3 are very close, but obviously PG is going to stay on top for now. We got FS with 5 total kills. Striker, Sage, Alexander, and Chino each, or total, has a 3 kill count. AS, everyone getting at least 1 kill, team total of 5. The Happy Chemical with nice amount, 3 apiece for Trick Crunch, team total of 8. We got DSG coming in with 5 from T1013 and a team total of 6. Naked comes in 9th with 1 kill. INS, or Underdogs I should say, with 6 total kills. FRZ with 1 kill. Zone Fighters with 0. Lights On with 1. We have a mixture of a team here with Diggs coming in with 0 kills. Royal comes in with 0. Universe 7 with 1 kill. SK Ladies with 0. RDM with 0. We mixture again. Nebula in his squad with 0 there. Legacy with 3. No Aim with 2. FBO with 1. And last but not least, Pretty High Gamers with 0. So that is match number 1. And we'll continue this to match number 2. Don't go anywhere for that. I'm gonna get myself into zone. Get myself into game. And then we'll move on from there. Zay, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Kleber, thank you for the follow as well. Thea, how do you pronounce that? Thea Soul. Thea Soul. I'm gonna go with. Thank you for the follow. Angry, thank you for the follow as well. I think we're missing one there. Pretty sure. Nope, that's it. Appreciate that. If you guys are following me on Omelette and YouTube, I appreciate it. I can't see those notifications. I wish I did. Actually, that's the one thing I want to talk to you about, Nick. Are you able, when you stream, I always have the issue where I can't see everything on one channel. Like see all my chat on one channel. Are you able to do that or no?
No.
Short answer is no.
There's yeah, kind of, but I mean, To what you asked, no. So the service that I've been using to multi-stream or restream is Mob Crush. In Mob Crush, they have a unified chat.
Oh, they do.
So you can, when on your Mob Crush dashboard, you just click this button that says pop out unified chat. Opens another window, and it will give you Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Mob Crush, and Mixer. And it will put them all in one chat.
Huh.
So
That's phenomenal.
like
That's
if
something I need.
those are like, so like when I started using Mob Crush, it was so I could restream, and the only reason I was restreaming was so that I could use Mad Cat, right? But since Mad Cat it's a custom RTMP because it's so new, it's not like
Right.
one of
Yeah,
their
you can't.
ones you can just pick.
Mhm.
It doesn't. There's no way for it to put custom stream services in the unified chat. So I would still have unified chat open, Mad Cat chat open, and then I have Twitch chat like built into my OBS. It's just one of the panels I have set up in my OBS. Now, as far as having it in one window, you can, but I'm pretty sure in OBS you can set up multiple like docks for
I
like
know.
multiple
So,
chats. But then you're trying to watch 3 or 4 or 5 of them at the same time.
so what I have on Twitch or on Streamlabs is my Twitch account, and that's what I have like built into it. For some reason, it goes to Twitch, not YouTube, and not Omelet Arcade. I kind of understand Omelet Arcade, obviously, as we were talking about, is it's not like you have to customize it to make it work there. But I always, because I have it going to YouTube and Twitch, I thought it would work for both, but it never has. I
Well,
never see
when you
YouTube in it.
first when you first set up, you're using Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah,
When you first go in Streamlabs OBS or OBS Studio, it asks you to log in to a streaming service, and I'm just guessing like you logged into
probably
Twitch first.
probably pick Twitch. I assume I did too.
So now it's like here's Twitch. Like
Yeah, that's it. Like even if I don't stream to Twitch, maybe it would just only show up Twitch then, and
right.
obviously nothing would come up.
You would have to, I think you maybe could log out and like log back in, but
Then I only
I'm
get
not
YouTube.
sure how like your scenes and settings and all that
Oh, I
stuff.
don't
I
want
don't
to. I
know
do not.
if all
That
of that
you know how
stays
much work
intact.
goes into
Yeah.
that. Do not
Yeah,
want to
I
mess
do.
that up.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
like
want
it's
to mess
not
that up.
broke. It's
Yeah.
not broke. Don't mess
You
with
know
it.
what?
I know
I
in um OBS Studio,
mhm.
you can make your own custom like paint like dock panes or what you're seeing your chat in,
Yeah.
and you set them up as browser sources. So you literally can just pull the browser source for like your pop out chat for YouTube and put that as a like dock in OBS Studio.
You can make it. You can take that in, but it has to be on stream on the screen, right? Like it has to be. I guess you
No,
could.
no, not at all. It's you're linking it to, you're creating like a chat pane like window,
Hmm.
and you're saying here's the URL to use.
Right. And
So it doesn't
and
have to be open. You're not capturing it like off of your screen or anything.
right,
It's just
okay.
like
It's just something that you
it's
have.
yeah, it's
How
like
do you?
smart. It's like all of my sources or my overlays are browser sources. So it's literally just pulling them off the internet.
Hmm.
And
But you're
it's
not able to
basically the same
combine them,
thing.
are you? So it's in one chat.
No, 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 no. You would have to have, that's the other thing I was saying is you can't, to answer your question is no, like
Right.
the flat answer, but there's kind of ways that you
But
can do
you can
at
have
least
like
some of it.
all on one
Yeah.
monitor, like just have them
Yeah.
next to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a second monitor now. I'm trying to get that to work.
But you could do that with not having to actually have like 5 Chrome tabs open. Like you could do it all inside of OBS. So it's a
Okay.
little less hit on your CPU.
That's exactly what I'm trying to avoid, is use so much CPU
Right.
where I'm just opening everything. That's what I'm using right now.
So are you streaming using a laptop or like a
A laptop.
regular?
It's like
Okay.
a gaming laptop.
Right. So in your laptop, you're talking about like the second monitor. So in your laptop, there's actually two graphics cards, for lack of a better term. One of them's probably built into the CPU, but then it has a dedicated one as well.
Yeah, I
So
have two.
the issue that a lot of people have with streaming from gaming laptops is that OBS has to run on a GPU, or it has to like hook a GPU. Hook is like the technical term they use for like what it's looking at to like screen to broadcast or record a screen. Well, if you have OBS running on the incorrect GPU, like let me just, I guess simply put, it can't see whatever's on the other GPU, right? So a lot of times when people are trying to game and stream, like OBS will be running on like their power saving GPU and they're gaming on their performance GPU, and they're like, all I see is a black screen in OBS, because OBS can't see what's on the other GPU. You have to make them both run on the same GPU, which you can do. It's a Windows setting. It's not impossible. It's not hard to do. You just have to know that you need to do it. And in your situation, when you plug a second monitor into your like your HDMI out on your laptop,
Yeah.
that will, I'm like 99% sure that will only run on like that HDMI ports running on the dedicated graphics card.
Do you think that'll
So
mess
like
it
if
up?
no, but what I'm saying is if OBS is running on the integrated graphics card, so to say, like if you have something on that second monitor and you're like, oh, let me display capture that in OBS, just stream it, it won't. It'll just show up as black.
I did test it out a bit, and that's kind of what happened with audio instead. So like I tried to put it up there, and YouTube, like I just tried to put something up there from YouTube, and I wouldn't be able to hear it from my headphones anymore. I would only be able, it would not play at all, the audio. So like something got mixed up there, but maybe it takes some.
Yeah, so that could be simply like your little speaker icon next to your clock.
Mhm.
You might just have to select, like reselect the output source that you want to use.
Where it's
Because
coming.
HDMI also will transmit audio. So if you plug a monitor in, is because a lot of monitors have speakers, it will like grab that and say, oh, you want to send your audio to this monitor and use the built-in speakers. And you're like, no, I don't. Like, I want to use my headphones. So sometimes you just have to smack Windows around a little bit.
I don't know. Yeah, I
You
think
know.
it's just a matter of like, generally what I do when I have a question, I first will look it up on YouTube to see if there's a way that's simply put there. But oftentimes it just requires some finagling on your own part. All right, so we
Right.
got a drop. So let's see what we got. We got some teams heading up toward Milta. 2 teams already at Novo. I think that's going to be our first bet. This place, obviously, on Novo's side, they're going to have a lot of good loot, and we'll see if teams are going to be rushed to get that loot or not. RDM has landed next to Jess, as Jess is trying to loot up. Where Jess has only one player other than himself, and that's going to be Nebula, and Nebula is nowhere close right now. At least is on the other part of crates here, so definitely a few meters away. Jess is going to have to go up against a lot of different RDM players. You can see here, he's beating him, trying to shoot over the M6. Nice job with the Mutant as he gets the knock. Needed that to happen and didn't lose a single inch of health in that process, so strong start. Let's see if he can continue this good gameplay. There's Blade on the left. Jess did not realize him. Jess is going to get shot in the back. Somehow only hit a few times, but actually just hit once. On the top there, Jess actually runs into problems and gets knocked down by RDM. Monster's going to get revived. You can see here Nebula was, I think, getting a little bit closer, but probably will not do that anymore and trying to find a gun instead and maybe try to survive the rest of the game. So let's see if there's any
Yeah, that
other...
sound like that first RDM player he ran into. Did he just have a pistol?
The first RDM...
Probably why he only hit him once.
I think
Not
so.
the first one that he knocked,
yeah.
but the one he didn't see.
It was definitely some solo firing, so maybe a sniper or a handgun, which obviously makes things very difficult. I always say this, like, if you're trying to land with another team, it really has nothing to do with your skills and more to do with the weaponry you start with. Like if you're able to get a gun and the other teammate or the other player just gets like a handgun, I'm assuming you got like an AR of some sort or maybe an Uzi or something, you're pretty much going to win 99% of the time. Really has nothing to do with your gameplay. It has everything to do with luck. So dropping into a hot zone, I definitely do not recommend because you're relying on luck a lot.
Yeah, Blade now has an SKS. That may have been what he was single tapping before.
I think so. Yeah, that's probably it. He got one hit, but that wasn't that detrimental to his health. There's the rest of the team that came together and took him out. I'm looking at Legacy as they are north of Chingy. Trickster's getting shot, and Hollow Sight and Trickster are knocked out as they could not get past the buggy. As Team Fatal comes in strong, they have 4 this time. They were running with 3 last time, 3rd place too, so why not make it 3s all around? Hopefully 4 doesn't mean they get 4th place, but it should help their odds to get a higher placement. I'm going look at North George or South George. Which one do you want to go to? Because both of those places have a lot of teams. I think South will probably start off a battle.
Yeah, South usually has an earlier fight because the buildings aren't as dense, not as many places to hide or as much cover to keep between you and the other players.
Oh, yeah. So I see Spawn. I'm looking from Spawn's perspective. He has the roof on one of the major 3 buildings. There are 3 4-story buildings, 4-story buildings, 3-story buildings, and there's Mia who's trying to peek around that. As everyone can probably tell by now, it is FPP. So if you are going to peek, you have to peek your whole body. And that's obviously the difference between TPP and FPP. Well, not your whole body, but you can peek. You have to show some part of your body.
Yeah.
I like to see.
No free looks.
Yeah. No putting your nose to the wall hoping to look around. I like the skin on Nafarco, part of A2G or FRZ, I should say. He has a blue DP. Big fan of the DP. It's a beautiful display of the skin.
I think that was a couple RP seasons ago with that ocean theme.
Yeah, that probably is it. Paolo, thank you for joining in. Says good evening, everyone. Zayu, I think I mentioned this before, but he says this part makes me nervous when there's still 1 team left. That was from last match. So yeah, it's always nervous when there's only 1 person going up against a whole squad. I'm going to go back up to North George. I think that seems a bit more relevant right now. Lights on, your team seems to be causing the battle right now with Team 8 with Universe 7. Universe 7 didn't have a great outing last time. Maybe they can change it up here by getting a few kills and maybe moving on to a high rank for match number 2.
U7 is the team until I realized it was FPP. And nothing against U7. I honestly don't have enough experience watching these teams play FPP. And make an informed prediction.
Well, U7 right there. Bullet got hit a bit right now. And he's going to try to heal up. Meanwhile, a lot of Lights On players are packed into this building. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make a push on Bullet. They have the numbers to do so. Queen might actually put an end to that push as he's on a neighboring building, but not really looking into it. So if they did make a push, it would be very good, I feel, in Lights On perspective. You can see Queen and Bullet are backing away.
A bold rotation there.
I think it's more of running away than bold rotation.
Well, I mean, running away up a hill.
Yeah, is obviously put your back to the whole side there.
I mean, there's no hard cover at all running. But I think maybe there was 1 building between Bullet and Lights On. So they're able to kind of just keep that angle intact. Or, keep
I think the trees in the building were giving him cover to get up that hill. She probably recognized. I don't know. I'm just gonna take
amazing, like the map awareness that these teams have just from playing the same map over and over and over.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams, especially for Erangel, have picked spots that they like and always drop there. They probably do that for practice a lot as well. That's the kind of the difference between comp teams and teams that just like to play together, is the dedication to practicing and the dedication to certain rotations. I hear some shots in distance. I'm heading over. I think Iron Sight was shooting long distance with a red dot by the school apartments, but nobody's really around him anymore.
So in your scrimmages recently, has military base just been like a ghost town?
Yeah. I think we've had people battle last in the Naked Riot. We've had a team battle there. But I would say most of the time, it is not a place where people drop. I think a lot of teams like to think of themselves as staying safe and going for those types of positions. Pachinki typically, though, has a lot of activity. I didn't see much here, I don't think. No, I don't think anyone went to Pachinki. But typically, that's a place.
One thing I'll notice on Miramar, too, is like Los Leones, the biggest city of like any city on any map, will have no teams go to it. And Chumacera will have like 4 teams go
No.
because they're all trying to go somewhere safe.
My team loves Chuma, and I'm not a big fan of Chuma, but if my team loves it, then we drop there, and I totally understand. Ironsight gets knocked down as he tried to hide in the corner, as Team Fatal came into the doorway together as a team.
Well, Rojas just knocked Senso with that DP28.
I see that, he's trying to get it again. Magician trying to stay hidden as he got hit up a bit. Forever and Senso are knocked. PG is shooting from a distance, maybe affecting one of these two teams that are here. Not sure about that, though.
Well, Lick is getting picked up. Senso is kind of out.
Magician's making a run for it in the middle of the field, hoping for that to work. It seems like he actually will make it through, unless somebody from PG recognizes it, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, we got some squad wiped already, or maybe some kills already, by Team 8, Universe 7 on the northwest side of zone, the new zone, as they're holding the edge there. They got 1 kill. Kush, Bullet, and Queen are just trying to do it as a 3-person squad. I didn't realize that until now. Lights on. They got to get into zone, so they might find Universe 7 over there. They have Crispy, who's already out, so maybe that was the player that got killed. And they're going to be cautious about pushing that anymore. As you can see, Zeno is trying to just drive around, see if he can find them without going too far into the next zone. But he is safe here now. Sanitly still shooting with the 4x scoped M16. I don't think he's having much luck, though. It's very hard to get a knock from up here. At the same point, it's hard to get knocked, I feel like, as well. So very defensive positioning. Just trying to see if he can find Forever. I don't think he notices it. He's looking at a wrong building right there. Oh, do you hear an echo? Does anyone else on chat hear an echo? Just give me a holler.
So another thing I'm waiting to see is somebody taking the DBS out of an airdrop in a scrim.
I've never seen it.
Not seen it yet. There's an airdrop out east of school.
So underdogs are driving right by another team, and the other team is driving as well, so it's kind of like a mixture here. It looks like Goofy from Royal Familiar is pushing Planic, part of underdogs, and it looks like they're putting him into in a circle here as Planic is trying to drive off with the motorcycle, obviously a faster vehicle, as they should be able to get away. Does seem like Team 3 is catching up, though.
FS Gaming has a flare coming down by farm.
They did the same thing last time, so it looks like they're in favor with the gods as they gotten flare
gonna
guns
have a-
from both matches so far.
Yeah, they're gonna have a Groza and an MK14, so they'll have every distance covered off there, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna work out.
I always like getting those Groza MK14 airdrops because I'm like, why do I have two short range guns? Because that's my preference for the MK14 is to use it in full auto for up close.
Yeah, I love the MK for that reason. Yes, switching it to sniper is a good addition, but pretty much I use it as an AR. I'm looking at FBO right now, around Pachinki and a different part, more to the north of Pachinki. There's a lot of people knocked, and only
They're
a
not
few
in
who
good
are
shape.
up. No.
Yeah, only Spray is up for them
Spray's
right now.
up. DSG has one player up, but now just got a revive right there. So it looks like 3 were knocked on both teams. Fury's going to try to finish it off here. He's going to look down and hope for a knockout. I think Keith...
Spray's got an Uzi, though. That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
That's
Spray
pretty
less
strong.
than half health, but he's got that Uzi. Because
So DSG T1 got picked up.
Fury's less than half health as well, and only has a level 1 vest. So that Uzi would melt.
I'm surprised they didn't make a fuller push there because it seemed like they had a good idea of where they were specifically, and they had the
Fury
hill
had
to
a
cover.
Great idea with a nade, but
Yeah.
did not get it to connect.
No, I think it might have taken out Kaylina, but that's it. Ooh, Chef gets knocked. Scotty and Spray are up, but barely. They need to heal up. Scotty gets 100% though. Spray is somehow still alive in that smoke, getting some good shots into the other team, but gets knocked out, and so did the other players. So DSG takes the win here.
Check on Fury's health rate. Right there.
No, it's got
That
less
was what
than 5%.
decided that. He got the last player, and that's how much health he had.
The one he went up against had 100% health. And it looks like he just
used
won
a
that
Tommy
outright.
gun too. Fury used a Tommy gun on
No
that
way.
kill.
Wow.
The Tommy gun is like low key good. Like an update or two ago when they buffed the SMGs,
Mhm.
like a lot of people didn't talk about the Tommy gun, but you see a lot of it being used on like Vikendi and that. A lot of people using the Tommy gun.
So I'm looking at underdogs by the school area. Looks like there's going to be a battle for sure. Miss Smoke gets knocked. PHG Smoke is about to get knocked and does, thanks to Kingsman, who has a great position here. They had no idea Kingsman was here, and he's got pretty much 2 knocks in a row pretty easily without getting hit at all. So now Jerry is going to try to do it on his own. He's got too many people in front of him. Really big risk play there, and obviously does not turn out in his favor. So Shiju is going for the crate there and get as much stuff as he can. Great work from underdogs. That was a perfect
very,
push.
very quick squad wipe right there.
Yeah, that push was textbook. Take a look from SK Ladies as they're driving around Team 9. It looks like they're going to keep going away from them. So I'm guessing that's not going to be a battle right now. Team 4 is driving over the bridge, and maybe they might reach SK. Maybe not, as they're going to go their separate ways. Spawn jumps out of the car too early and gets knocked out of the vehicle. They had a bit of a mistake, but no one's around to see it, so no one's around to capitalize on it. Not very accurate. Thank you for joining the stream on Omelet. Appreciate it. I think you're on this one. Yeah, not my shot's accurate. I'm assuming that's you as well on Twitch. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being on both. Whichever one you feel more comfortable with, use that. So RDM's going to have a drop next to them. And it is a flare drop. And they got an AWM with all the level 3 gear. A DBS as well. Is anyone going to pick it up is the question.
It came in a flare?
Yeah, it came in a flare.
I don't think I've seen that in a flare yet. That's like
so they picked up everything
find a flare,
but the
to shoot a
shotgun
flare.
ammo and the DPS.
You get a flare and it gives you a DBS. You're like,
Oh,
dang.
you're kidding me. So yeah. It looks like RDM though is rocking some pretty good bolt action weapons. I think I heard a Car 98, and obviously they picked up that AWM in the box. So they're looking good. Chopstick is driving. I don't know, does he have a teammate on his back? No, he doesn't. He's just kind of driving without him. All the rest of them are driving away. Chicken has bad health. I don't know if he was stuck in the blue zone for a while because of that health though, but he needs to heal up for sure. And wherever they stop, he's probably going to do that right away.
Yeah, that's a strategy you see a lot with comp teams is that everyone drives their own vehicle, and it makes sense from the standpoint of how good these players are at lasering vehicles and blowing them up. You don't want your whole team to get blown up in one vehicle. But then if you're getting shot in a vehicle, there's not really much you can do about it. You can't shoot back while you're driving. I've always kind of been a fan of like the 2 and 2 strat, I guess.
I'm not sure what I like most. I like the idea of having 2 and 2. I like the idea of having 1, 1, and then a 2. As far as 3 vehicles then. But I can't get into everybody having their own vehicle. I feel like there has to be some sort of shooter that can at least provide some defense. And then you can, it's a lot easier obviously to push when everyone's in, if everyone was able to get in one vehicle, and if you're really optimizing a push, that would be the best way to do it, because everyone be there at the same time, everyone can push at the same time.
If you can coordinate a 2-vehicle push and hit separate walls of a compound, it's like...
Oh, that too, yeah. Different angles.
It's ludicrous, but you have to be super coordinated to pull that off. Like, the timing has to be spot on.
I think
part of the strategy with like the multi-vehicle strats is you just want to get as many vehicles as you can so the other teams don't have them.
Pretty much. I mean, I see in the crew challenge a lot the best team what they do is looking at DP shots from forever now. Trying to hit it. I love the DP, by the way, with a high quality scope like a 6 or a 4. Forever's getting shot in the side. He realizes that he's going to get knocked down from a third-party perspective thanks to underdogs. Looks like Eve and the rest of his squad is going to drive out of there with 1 vehicle. Luckily, the car doesn't blow up like we were talking about. FS is in front of them, and they stop next to them. Right now, DSG as well. A lot of action just happened right away, as it looks like there's some activity. DSG going up against XN, or FRZ, I should say. Surrounding, and it looks like one player is already down to far. Spawn's trying to hang on by himself now. Rezi's right there. Can he get the knock on him first? Looks like a lot of peeking. No one wants a hard push here. Spawn, nice knock on Was. Looks like the rotation on the left should happen. No, he backs away actually. So DSG. There we go. There's Rezi getting the last kill for his squad. He's going to continue to shoot the box because he's angry that he got his teammate thirsted. But that is how this game works. Full send with an 8x scope with an AWM. Doesn't get much better than that for Moscow. It's like they got eyes and they got a knock, but it just got revived. Part of Wong with RIN, Carla, DIG, and Eve as well. Dig getting hit hard and needs to heal. So this team seems to be doing a lot right now, is healing, 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 while FS is putting the damage down. Royal with a 4x scope, I believe, or is that a 6? 6x scope. Trying to shoot across and get some good hits with the M4. Nothing really making contact, though.
Southwest side here. And as I say that, a lot of shots are lighting up center and east side too.
Take a look. Team 10. One player got knocked out to the blue zone. Maybe it was AFK. I'm not sure about that. But now no aim has to do with 2 players. They're already short with 3 players to start the game. It's going to make their job a lot more difficult.
These teams that are staying north, they have a monumental task now. We got U7 and Lights On that were both in North George. They're still north of the river, north of Rise. And they're going to have to either swim or try to get across one of these bridges.
Yeah, I think you can see there with AS there. Team 9, they need to figure out a way. I think they're going to try to drive to the bridge, hug the river for a bit, and then go across it. That should work.
Like,
People at Rostock aren't going to shoot.
Oh, they got a minute. They could go all the way to the west.
Oh, and cut
and
around
take
the
the
ramp.
double bridge.
But they might reach AS, who's kind of holding that bridge for hostage.
Yeah, THC is
Zeno's going to stop right on Team 5.
Right
Team
now,
5
too.
zone fighters are going to be right here. Binary is right in front of them. Zeno doesn't go for those shots. I'm surprised that zone fighters aren't pushing forward. They're actually backing away. And that's going to let Zeno just take this spot for themselves. The problem, obviously, is that he's going to be sandwiched here with 2 different teams next to him. But at least he gets to survive for now. Take a look from RDM's perspective. Rogue has a 4x scope with an M4.
So Lights On looks like they just rushed the bridge and made it across, but they're like right in between Team 5.
Yeah, they are definitely sandwiched here, and that's a big problem when it comes to PUBG. You do not want to be between 2 different teams. It makes it super easy to get third-partied. He's got his head peeking a bit, but Dolos gets away with that one. Only lost a little bit of health. Team 15 is going across the bridge, and they're probably going to see Team 3 ahead of them. Right now, Crunch is actually not continuing the route, but Team 2 is going to go across the bridge. So, interesting moves here. There's going to be a bunch of teams trying to get on the same bridge, trying to cross it. And this is going to be problematic. We can see Hendrix is going to get shot. There's no way he's surviving that. He gets knocked down. And almost Thurston, I think he actually does get ran over. So Crunch is out of the game.
Yeah.
THC, nice job.
Crunch got him with the car.
And nobody shot at him as they crossed the bridge. So they are safe to continue. They're probably heading to Roshawk. Team 5 is going to be there. Finally getting shot at. We'll see if they go into this big battle here. Jurs is on the bottom of the hill. Both of the THC players go into the 2-story building while Wasted goes across at a neighboring one. Jurs backs away so he can get closer to Propagate and Binary, part of the Zone Fighter squad. But the zone has quite shifted away from both of those teams, as they are both are going to need to move.
Yeah, FS Gaming in a great position again.
They just continue to have the zone go to them, which is something I think everybody would love to have for themselves.
Even if you look at where they're at, again, they got a ditch, they got cars. You know, one other advantage we didn't talk about with like multi-car strats is when you get to zones like this, you can use those cars for cover. So
Just
the
like
more
this.
cars you have, the
better.
off you are.
For sure. That is key. And a major reason why you want to hold cars. Probably the biggest reason, in my opinion, is that you can use it for defensive purposes, especially near the end of the zones, where you're not going to have a lot of cover. Most of the time, anyway. Universe 7's trying to get to the zone. They drop here, but Bullet's going to get shot at. Looks like smokes are thrown. He's trying to make that work out, but he's going to continue getting shot at. And while he threw those out, he does get knocked. I think he was just hoping for it all to work out, but no. The smokes come in a little late. Shuttle has eyes on Lick. He gets a hit on him. I don't think he got a knock on him. Kingsman's knocked, so Shuttle will go for that revive. They got 4 seconds as the zone will shift. Shuttle and Kingsman, I don't know what their job here is going to do. They got to move, I think, overall and not have to battle that one. China is rotating around.
Teams running through Rozhawk right now because they have to get to zone.
I know.
They were all waiting for the like another team to run first, but now they're all going to have to run at the same time. Zeno actually went back for a buggy, but he's going to have to navigate through some tight turns and hit a wall there.
Kingsman's going to get knocked out. There's no way he survives this. He gets taken down, and that is it. Underdogs lost that player. I don't know if they still have other players around because it was a car that he got knocked out of. Not sure. Magician is hurt badly back there, maybe knocked, and it probably will not last much longer. Jers is knocked as well. Zone Fighters has other problems as they're shooting across at Team 9. Python gets knocked out. That's it for them. Thanks to Propagate or Binary. One of the two got the last kill for the squad. Propagate trying to cross the road. Didn't look both ways and got knocked out.
That was Propagate who just got the last kill, feeling good, ran across the road, didn't even make it.
I mean, he felt good. You know, everything's adrenaline's running. And apparently, he was running right into the bullet. THC Trick has Binary in front of him. I think he knows that. That's why he's kind of focused on the bottom of the hill there. Binary's going to continue to use that hill. See if he wants to loot those boxes as well. It's got 33 seconds. The zone is going to move away from both teams. And that's going to be problematic for both of them. Chopstick and No Aim. They're not too bad a position, but they do need to move inches in. And there's not a lot of great cover when they move in. So maybe smokes will get them there. Team Total just came out of nowhere. A lot of shots. Team Totality, though, is getting hit, or Fatal is getting hit hard. And that is a lot of knock players. Link is staying alive, gets a knock. Alexander trying to get the last touch, he does, and Team Fatal is out. Team Fatal just kind of crashed this spot. I thought they had advantage with their aggressive play, but they did not. And they do get 3 knocks, though, in the process. Alexander able to survive.
Yeah, last RDM player had to get up and run because of the blue, and immediately got mowed down by, I think it was Team 20, who were just like laying prone in the grass.
So Zone Fighter,
sometimes that tactic works.
Sometimes it works, but you know, it's tough, especially when you're by yourself. You have no other cover there. Binary's just healing in the blue zone. I think he thinks that he has no option other than to do this. So he's just trying not to get into zone and hope that players kill each other while this zone shifts.
Yeah. Pick up one more placement or two.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work, though. There's a lot of teams in zone, and everyone's prone. Brojas gets knocked out. Rainy is barely any health. He's getting a lot of good hits across.
He's got 2 more. Now he's got 1 health. Got in zone. He's going to get a knock, too, right away. He's got a VSS. He's going to get 2 knocks. Oh, he had to reload.
He had to reload.
Oh, he had to stop to reload the VSS. He would have had both of them.
The VSS, it can be killer, but you need to be able to control the ammo, and Chopstick able to get the knockout on the squad on the side, so that just leaves 2 teams.
It didn't seem like he had an extended mag in that VSS.
Oh, just 10 bullets then.
Was a fat rip then, yeah.
10 compared to 20, big difference.
He had the first knock, immediately switched to the second player, and I think hit him 2 times, and then went to reload.
So here
now we're
we
down
have
to 2 teams, so we have...
Oh no, Big gets knocked down. There's already a big disadvantage for No Aim. Somehow they've made it all the way this way with 3 players, but this is going to be problematic. Obviously, a 4v1. The odds are very against Chopstick. If he squeaks out a win here, I'd be really impressed by Chopstick. Sergio, thank you for joining the stream. This might be it. Oh, couldn't win that 1v1, even though he got the surprise on him. And that will be it. Nice job from all 4 of those players. They got definitely over, oh no, not over double digits. We'll take a look though. Alexander with 4 kills, China with 2, 1 for Sage and 2 for Striker. A team total of 9, very close. And first place is going to get him a lot of points as well. No Aim with 3 players gets 5 total kills. Chopstick gets 4, Big with 1. Kunkujio, thank you for joining the stream. And then we got FS Gaming with 4 total kills, with Ronaldo coming in with 2, 1 apiece for Sosa and Royal. Next we have 4th place with Zone Fighters, and that... Oh, am I frozen or something? No. That's weird. With 3, 4, 5, 6 kills. I can't remove that, though. I'll work on that next. PG comes in with 3 for Rainy, a team total of 6, 7, 8. RDM with 3 total kills. Team Fatal, great work we saw, especially from Snatch with 8. A team total of 10, getting that double-digit count. We got THC with 3 for Trick, 3 also for Wasted, team total of 8. Lights On with 2 kills there. Legacy. Oh, what just happened?
Hey, Crusader, are you
Can you
streaming on
get the
YouTube right
results?
now?
Can you get the results on that?
I'm looking at them right now.
Can you screenshot those?
Yeah.
Because I
Are
just
you
got
live on
kicked.
YouTube right now?
I should be.
Okay.
Thank God you're
There's
on because I just got
someone
kicked
asking about like the stream freezing, and here's one thing with
Thanks.
Twitch is if you aren't partnered, you're not guaranteed the ability for your viewers to watch at like different screen resolutions.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So then like you're streaming at 1080 and 60 frames per second. So if someone's Wi-Fi isn't fast enough, they're going to get a lot of buffering. And right now you don't have those transcoding options. So if they go to YouTube, I think YouTube always has the ability to change. I think.
I don't know. But
YouTube, yeah. I
definitely
mean,
take those
it's
screenshots.
pretty
Make sure
solid.
because we're
I got
not
'em.
gonna have it otherwise.
I got them. Where do you
Oh,
want them
perfect.
uploaded at?
Yeah, just send it if you can just send it to me through Discord.
Okay.
You don't have to do it now, but eventually. All right. Well, I couldn't get everything, but we do have it all in the back, so that's great. It looks like the rooms are open, so make sure all the teams get into the room as soon as possible. I always say that because I don't want you guys who are playing to be kicked out of the room and then not have enough time to come back. That's a big problem. So make sure you do that. Thank you for joining in. Says, what is up? I'm Noob from Discord. What's up, Noob? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support here. There's Nick right there. Might need to try YouTube and watch from there. Yeah, watch from whatever you need to watch from in order to make this enjoyable. We do make sure we have a 1080p, as Nick was saying, 1080 with 60 frames per second. Sometimes one stream just doesn't work out. Just try your best one. Whatever works best for you is what I want you guys to use.
Yeah, I asked you about YouTube before I hit enter on that because I didn't want to send somebody to YouTube and then.
Oh
have you
yeah,
not
no,
be there.
yeah. Go to YouTube and you find nothing. But yeah, no, it's there too. Omelet as well if you have an account there. So whatever works best, as I say. Baby, thank you for joining in. Says, is the stream freezing for anybody else? Yeah, if anyone is streaming, it looks like having some freezes, let him know. Paulo says, nope, it's all right for me. So I think it's just based on maybe your own personal Wi-Fi setup, as Nick was talking about. If not, if it's more universal, then maybe it is on me, and I'll try to fix it. But I'm not sure how. Maybe I can get rid of some other things in the background from my computer. But we're going to get match number 3 soon. As you can see on the top there, it is Sandhawk FPP. This whole thing's an FPP tournament. If you guys want to compete in this scrimmage, all you got to do is sign up. We have sign-ups every week. We have the Naked Pro Scrims, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. So that'll be $20 prize pools every time. So if you want to compete to try to win $20 for your squad, definitely sign yourself up. And we also now have the Naked Riot in our server. If you guys didn't know, before we had the Naked Riot in the BlueStack server, and now we have it in our own server. Prize pool is between $80 and $100 monthly on a monthly basis. So if you want to take a look at all that information, take a look. We'd love to have you there. At least check it out to see if it's something you might be interested in. Nick, do you have any tournaments that you want to shout out or anything that you want people to know about?
Tournament wise, I don't have anything really going on right now. I just have the 3 leagues that I do scrims for. Lost will probably have another tournament coming up. So if you're not in their Discord, I don't know if you have that link. They can head to my Twitch chat. I'm not live. I'm hosting you right now, so they can hop over there, hit !Lost, and they'll get linked over to that Discord, and then they can keep an eye on.
I definitely recommend it
the
because
tournament scene from there.
Naked Esports plays in that too, and it's really great to have that.
What was that?
Naked Esports plays in the Lost scrimmages, so it's definitely a good scrimmage to take part of.
I turned my volume down for some reason. I didn't even hear you were talking. I went in the training room to shut my all chat thing off. Because you know how we were talking about that before?
With, oh yeah, the all chat glitch.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I forgot is when you're already in a match spectating,
Mhm.
you can't get to your settings to turn your volume down.
No.
You know that you're talking about your speaker volume.
Right.
So I probably did think to try that once. I was like, "Where's my little gear icon? It's not
Oh
here.
yeah.
It's gone." So like, if you're already in a match and
You gotta do
somebody's
it
being
before.
a monkey on all chat, like you can't.
I know. Like I hate. Like I don't know why that's a thing. Cause why wouldn't you be able to change your audio settings during a game? It should be like any other. But yeah, that's a problem. I mean, and obviously the major problem is if anyone doesn't know, which is maybe, if we spectate people in a game and we don't turn down our speaker in PUBG Mobile, then you're going to get people in all chat for some strange reason. You'll be able to hear everything, and they won't be able to hear you. So you can't tell them to stop. They won't hear that. They'll just keep talking. They can talk whatever they like. They don't know that they're being broadcasted to the world, and it's sometimes I feel bad for them because when you say something to your teammates, you might not be wanting to say that to everybody. Um,
Right. And
and
there's unfortunately people say some pretty inappropriate things.
that thing too.
And from a casting or streaming standpoint, I mean, there's things that people say on all chat that they don't know are being streamed that shouldn't ever be said on a stream.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like
And I don't blame them. I think they just, they do it like they do for classics. Sometimes they turn their all chat on and they want to talk to people and
they
they
want
kind
to
of leave it
trash
on. They
talk.
don't
Yeah, yeah.
realize it. And
Right.
I don't blame them for it. So I think obviously it's a game issue. It's been a game issue. It's not just that, we're arguing about it now or ranting about it now. That has been an issue from like the very beginning, since like the first scrims that were ever out there, because I don't, I think it's been happening for definitely over a year, and yet they haven't been able to fix that particular issue. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I will make sure I bring that up in a couple of their Discord servers where they have like feedback channels. The other thing that I would like to have them address, as far as casting scrims, is have you ever at the end of a match gone to the change button on the bottom right to change like
To
players,
players,
and you hit it and you're all of a sudden out of the match,
like
like completely out of the match.
or you're
Yeah,
out of the
like
match, or are you
you're
out
back at the
of?
lobby. You're back at the
Oh yeah,
lobby,
yeah, yeah.
like your home screen.
Wow.
Because what I thought that the game completely glitched out once, but I found out what happened. The match ended as I was pressing that button, and on the results screen, that like the exit button is right where that change button is when you're spectating. So I touched it thinking I was changing players, but I was actually touching the exit button. I never even saw
Um.
the results screen. It just literally kicked me right back
Oh,
out.
that's
That's happened
terrible.
twice to me.
Yeah.
And then it's like if you're needing to get screenshots of the results, like you can't even go back to your stream and get them. They literally were never there. So you know how when you finish a normal match or a TDM, it has like that 10-second countdown. Like you can't click continue
Yeah.
for like they just need to add that
Maybe add
to
that.
the exit screen on a custom room, results, and then that would be avoided. It should be a very simple thing for them to do,
Yeah.
right?
I haven't
But
done that on
it
PUBG, but I have done that on another 10-cent game, COD Mobile, where
uh-huh.
I just hit exit twice. I didn't mean to hit it twice. You have to hit it once to get to the result page, and then don't hit it again, because if you hit it twice right after, you don't have the results at all. And that was a
Right.
big mistake. And obviously, as people who are trying to get all the results to calculate it for the end of the matches, as people can understand, you went through a whole game and you have no results to calculate. So it's a big
Yeah,
problem.
this goes back to one thing we talked about before, having all those spectator slots so you can have a couple spectators in case there is an issue like that. You have somebody else that can grab those screenshots.
Yeah, that's what we have here, which is awesome. Usually Celeste or Naked Guy will be handling the rooms, and they make sure they get the screenshots. If it doesn't, if they can't get it, then at least I have it recorded. But and obviously in this time, if you weren't here, we wouldn't have
Right.
results for match number
So
2 right now.
so the issue of like what happened to me was I thought, well, I'll just go back to stream and get them or whatever. But it's like, no, they never were streamed because they never
They admit it.
showed up on my phone at all. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even like pause it on the exact frame. Like, the results screen never showed up. It said match ended, and then it kicked me back to the lobby, like without ever showing any of the results. So it's not like you would even have like the top 3 or top 6 or 7 or whatever show up with before you scroll. Literally, I had nothing. So luckily, there was another spectator that was able
To like get
to
the results.
Yeah.
It's definitely necessary to have more than just one. Like if you're streaming an event for any tournament organizer, you need 2 people just to make sure. All right,
Yeah,
so
2 is one and
McRibs,
1
thank
is
you for
none.
the follow, and Netcoin, thank you for the follow, and we're gonna start this one. We got
This
Sandhawk
is
coming
the
up.
best plane path ever, right
I
here.
know, right in the middle. You pretty much
Go
can
anywhere you want.
That's what I like about this too. And I do mention COD Mobile as well. They have it where I think PUBG should have it, where you can go anywhere, pretty much anytime on the flight path. I think that would be wonderful, so people can get used to their rotations and not have to think that if the plane goes a certain way, they can't go there.
On COD Mobile BR you're talking about?
Yeah, and BR, if you anywhere the plane is, doesn't matter. You pretty much can go anywhere you want.
Is that because of the parachuting mechanic? You don't have like a
No, it's just a
jetpack or something?
longer. It's just a longer way you can fly. You just can fly longer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't. There's no mechanic. You do have the jetpacks that you can use in that game, but that has nothing to do with it. You can just go anywhere. We're gonna go with the cow, the top, because it looks like that is gonna have a lot of battle.
Already people on the ground.
A lot of people. There we go. Shiju's trying to get away, but no, gets knocked. Big mistake because he didn't have a gun trying to get out of there.
Wang already has an AK.
Shuttle is hurt badly. Panic. Trying to get some good shots. Gets it on Wong and knocks him out as well.
Wang had an AK, but Planik had an AK as well. So
The AK versus AK.
did not turn into a big advantage. And here's something you see a lot. There was a knock. Wang jumped a wall to try to thirst the knock, and then ended up getting killed himself.
You can't go for thirsts if it's not in the there. Sometimes you can go for thirst. I think there's a few times where it makes a lot of sense too, but most of the time I'd say it doesn't, and it actually hurts your chances of winning if you go for it.
I think it's so early in the match. He kind of waited, but nobody else has a gun, so I'll go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, that
Yeah,
was
if you-
a
it's like-
miscalculation.
Yeah, I think like here's my scenarios when you're playing and you're going for a knock, you get a knock. If you're not wanting a team to push on you, then go for the thirst. So that way they're not gonna push for no reason, right? There's no extra reason for them to come closer if you knock out their player completely.
Right.
But like if you're trying to bait them out and try to get them to come revive their player, then you don't. And I think that's most of the time what's gonna happen. And obviously the other reason is
got
that you're
shots
wasting
at boot
time.
camp now too.
Wasting time trying to get a thirst when it makes you might want to go for another player.
And you know, we saw that happen at the end of the last match, in a sense, where you see it a lot when someone goes for a thirst, is they end up having to stop to reload, and then that's when they get shot. And there's not really anything you can do about it when you're reloading.
I'm gonna switch it up now to boot camp because it's never a dull moment here. Looks
Yeah,
like
Dolos
forever.
just was hard peeking and just got completely annihilated.
Looks like Snatch was out. Snatch had a tremendous 8-kill game, I think, last time, or maybe the first match. Probably the first match because I didn't get the second match. But Snatch had a good 8-kill game, and now he's out already. Forever's trying to strafe and shoot. He gets hit hard. Luckily, not knocked, because that would have been it for the whole squad. So really, they're only living on the edge right now with a little bit of health. I'm wondering if the other team is pushing right now, knowing that all those knocks are happening. Grenade thrown, not going to reach. Gonna hit the top instead. Lick is going for the getting revived right now by Forever. You can see they are rotating closer, but they're not quite pushing fast. And I think that's what they're thinking. I think they're trying to get maybe more knocks before they make the complete push. Crispy has made his way over to the right, acting as a neighbor. Another grenade thrown. Will that hurt? Is anyone there? No. Forever barely any health as well. He's trying to drop shot him. Doesn't do that as Forever gets low as well. Crispy in the building, going up the stairs. He's going to push it right now. Forever is knocked, and that is in the side here. Oh, not yet. Nick has actually stayed alive. I'm surprised that lasted that long.
I don't know how he was in the corner when Steezy came in and I didn't see him either. I was spectating Steezy.
I know, me too.
Runs
I was
in,
doing that.
shoots the guy to the left, and then all of a sudden he gets shot from behind. I'm like, that guy came in through the window, but it's on the second story. I don't get it. The guy was wearing all white, and he was crouched next to that white barrel, and it probably just looked like he was another barrel in the corner.
I guess. I was looking at a different player, and I assumed was already taken care of. He was going a totally different direction. So I'm like, all right, they got both of them. They're both in the room. And it took a while, but they were able to do it. They didn't lose a player out of that. No one was thirsted, I don't think, so it should be fine. So I'm looking back at Cow, but even though there's two teams here, I don't see them battling. I see them both trying to stay low in their respective buildings. Not getting a lot of loot
you're
either.
back at boot camp. What is this, Legacy? Legacy Gaming. All three of them are like in one. Well, 3 out of the 4.
Oh my god, you're right.
Not even moving.
What
and
is
Lights
this?
On is just running around outside.
What?
I'm not sure where their 4th player is. He's close by.
Why? Why? I wonder.
Well, yeah,
why
they're all. There's 3 of them in the same room, and one of them outside. They're just.
They all
not
have pretty
even
good
moving.
guns too, surprisingly.
They got AK, M4, Uzi, and a QBZ at least. Yeah, I mean.
I don't think they're gonna come down here either. I feel like that spot is awfully missed. People don't just go down there to loot. They usually.
Oh, they're down in the trench. Okay, I wasn't sure exactly. They're down in the building, down in the trench. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like low. And if a player comes down, it won't be a whole team. There's no way a whole team will think, all right, let's push together these below trenches positions.
Could you imagine, like, oh, I'm low on boost. I'm just going to run down here and see if there's some kills or something. You get on there, there's literally 4 people crouching in one room. Like, what?
If I ran into that, I'd be like, what the hell were they doing there? All right, I'm looking at No Aim. It looks like they're working the blue zone while battling. We got the south part of the zone. Looks like No Aim Chicken took some hits, able to get back up to 75%. Chopstick, he might be trying to throw a grenade over to Blade. See if he plays hot potato with it and gets it, but I think Blade is way back there now. He ran, so that grenade will be for naught. Yeah, Blade is on the run.
Looks like Team 4 got an airdrop on the west side, and THC had a flare, actually.
Back over to Cow, actually, we have finally the battle that should have happened a while ago is actually happening right now. We got Snowy, who's knocked. A lot of people hurt. Lust needs to get picked up, and it looks like Carla's going to do that. So one's on the first floor, one's on the second. Looks like a grenade. Cut down. Shot up, and yeah, that will be a knock. He gets knocked down, and it looks like they made their way to the second floor by the stairs, and that'll be it. So Mommy gets the last one, or maybe Snowy, one of the two got the last kill here, and they're gonna get all the loot up top.
Yeah, that was a good time push. They knew they had a knock. They waited until there's a revive going, and then that's basically 2 players that are ineffective.
I'm looking back because I see, oh, boot camp. There's many people there, but I forgot. Oh wait, wait. Oh, I thought Steezy was gonna go down. He opted not to. Zeno,
it's
are
just
you?
hilarious that they were
Zeno's
still
dropping
there,
down.
and they're hearing these footsteps.
Zeno drops down, but doesn't go into the building. He went on their roof. Zeno? Wait, I'm taking a look.
You
at
wonder if they,
No.
if they're even curious, if they think that there's a team there.
I don't think so.
Because they know, well, if all their wits were about them through that fight, they know that there was another team there. And
they
like,
probably saw them drop. Maybe they just thought and assumed that they're gone. We're going to take a look at Team 14 and 15 on the south west side of zone, at the very edge of it. Looks like there are some knocks. FRC has a good hit on Trick, as a lot of their players ready. And the Far gets knocked from the bridge, wasted with the last kill. Nice shot there from the top spot. And the whole squad now is out.
Yeah, THC had a flare, so they had some good weaponry, but I think the team that they just took out just picked up an airdrop as
Yeah,
well.
see,
So
it's,
we're gonna
it
have
is empty.
potentially three airdrop weapons on this squad. That's one thing with FPP spectating. It's really hard to see the loadouts that the teams have because you
Yeah,
can't really see what
you have
they
to
have on their
zoom out
back.
of them. Or you got to see what they have in their hand.
Or they're running and they have nothing in their hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Team 20, I guess they just want to cross the river this way rather than try to take a major bridge. But they're heading to Hot Tin that way.
It's probably a smart rotation, like very low risk. And
have
they're
to
going to be
assume.
able to pick up, probably pick up some more loot because these docks at the north end of Hot Tin probably didn't get looted.
You probably are thinking that the zone will shift to that. It looks likely that the zone will be on the left side rather than on the right side of the river.
Yeah, and if you keep all that water to your back, you
Ooh,
can be
you got
relatively
shots by Lights
sure
On.
that
Lights
you're
On's got a
safe
knock
there.
on Jers. Going for the thirst as well. He's trying to get that done. Looks like zone fighters are not responding with anyone else to take shots, so I think Jers is going to be out no matter what now. Yep.
Now, we'll talk about luck. Team 20 that made that swimming rotation just had an airdrop fall basically in their backyard with an AWM.
Why not? Just why not? So it does seem like Lights On knows that a team is in that area. I see Steezy looking at Binary's direction. They see doors that are open. So he's being very cautious about that. They know they got a knock, and they know that there's obviously more people to that team because of that knock. They don't know exactly where they went. And so Binary and Propagate, they're moving in a whole different direction away from that squad. And I guess is going to get away with it. So no aim. They're in the blue zone. They're one of the few teams that are in the blue zone. And they're rotating in zone, but they're going to rotate right in front of TRU, who has, I think, got a win already in a game. And so they stop right here, too. They're really right out there, and No Aim Chick is going to get knocked out. Big mistake to stop like that, as Chopstick's trying to do it on his own. No. True takes the win. Can't be much more of a true statement. Looks like there's some more shots. No, they're just blowing up the vehicle. So that is it.
Pretty smart strategy if you have loot next to a smoking vehicle to blow it up before you try to pick up.
Looks like Universe 7's having some tough times against Naked Esports. Guy's getting hit hard on the top. Was able to drop back to heal at this very moment. Celeste is knocked, and Kurt is probably going to get that revive in. Shake has a different angle than most, and see if he can get one. It looks like he's having a hard time looking down at Universe 7. There's Queen B. Queen B should be knocked. We'll see if that happens. Yes, it does. Celeste is still knocked. No one got that revive in. Kush might be next coming up the hill. I don't expect him to, but it looks like he's trying it. He gets a knock on Guy. Kush gets knocked by a whole third party, as it looks like THC wants to have a part of it. Bullet is still knocked. Clover is the only one really up for Universe 7. Meanwhile, Shake is the only one up for Naked, even though no one's killed yet on Naked either.
Clover can't get back up the hill now.
No,
that's
and
what
he's
happened to Queen, I think, as well. Had the fight won, right? Because the player she was shooting with an Uzi was throwing a grenade. But then Queen got shot from, I think, that THC. Oh, how'd that nade
Hell
not?
of a nade, I know. Just a little bit of edge on there. And I think that was all he needed. Clover didn't get knocked out because he was just enough behind the wall to protect him. Trick getting shot, and down he goes. And he might have got some help from Naked as well, shooting down at them.
I think the 2x4 saved the nade there. I guess, I don't know.
So Naked kind of blown their spot. Maybe if they let THC get that finishing touch instead of shooting, they would go for the loot boxes, and that would be a field day for Naked, but they're not going to be able to do that. THC knows that if they go for those drops, or the crates, it'd be a mistake. Grenade thrown down. Was that a knock on the grenade? Yes, it was. Danky gets knocked.
Steezy just swam out for this airdrop, saw it was an AWM, and left it.
What? I guess, you know, with this map, not a very
Yeah,
long
this
range
map in towards the end of the game, it's a lot more close
Closer
quarters
range.
fighting.
I think on this map, I like having 2 ARs or an Uzi and an AR, or something like that, where it really focuses on the close range type of gameplay.
Yeah, especially if you're comfortable with a 6 or 4x on like an M416 or something.
Headlights on Team 2 shooting across. It looks like they got some good damage across the way. On Lights On. Fusion getting hit hard, somehow stays alive a little bit longer. Payne luckily was continuing the shot, which made Lights On not shoot anymore against Fusion. So Fusion's going to heal up all the way to 75%.
That was
Yeah,
1 HP right there.
I know, barely any help. It looks like unsub is closing in. How dare you unsub?
I think the nade a little bit to the right.
Big push. Crispy gets knocked really fast. Zeno knocked as well. Fusion trying to push on Dolos to finish him up. Does he win it? Yes, he does. Fusion takes the win. He was the one that had the least amount of health and comes out of it victorious.
Well, he had a great nade that really softened up Dolos a lot.
Oh, did it? I didn't even see that part on the backside. So it looks like Naked Esports got taken down, probably by THC, because I don't see them anymore there.
Yeah, THC. Yeah, THC took him out.
SK Ladies has the north part of zone, next to Zone Fighters and PG, actually, I mean. PG is going to be right there, and it looks like Snowy has eyes. Maybe the third party, too, from the side. Yep, Zone Fighters are shooting down at PG, so they got 2 teams to worry about. Looks like Satinley is trying to move to the left, so is Rojas. They finally see SK, and let's see what shots are going to be. Nobody really took any damage. I think smokes are thrown so they can keep their positions without getting shot at. There's not a lot of cover for PG. Meanwhile, SK is having a hard time shooting down at them. I think they're actually backing away. Maybe to get closer to the next zone eventually. Whatever that will be. Thank you for joining in, Lolly.
True, in kind of a tough spot here, swimming. And I think they're getting shot at.
Are they by Team 2?
Yeah, I think so.
I see Rambino kind of heading that swim department here. Legacy is also swimming for Trickster, and he's going to come right behind Team 2 on that hill. I don't think they realize he's there. He's really dug deep in there.
Yeah, now,
Yeah,
here's
they
an
are
interesting
shooting.
thing. Look, if you look at Freddy from 17, somehow he's knocked into the water. He was still
He was
able to be
still?
alive and crawling because
that's
the water wasn't quite deep enough.
Oh, that's funny.
But
Doesn't matter now. They're all out thanks to AS. Looks like PG Rainy is getting the revive. Or healing. He's healing instead. Snowy's definitely trying to stay low. Yeah,
AS
SK
already
Ladies.
up to 9 kills. And there's still 22 people left, so got a good opportunity to push into double digits there.
So SK Lady Snowy is staying low behind the wall. PG has no idea that she is here. And we will see if that will derive into a kill on Snowy. Looks like a third party happens and 2 players are knocked. Snowy's probably happy about that, but awfully cautious that she's not going to be a part of that third party. So AS Fusion does get knocked. Unsub, barely any health, gets back up to 75%. PG continues to get knocked right after the other.
Execution, just perfect gatekeep right there.
Yeah.
On Legacy.
Meanwhile, Zone Fighters has a beautiful spot on the zone. They're able to look down at a lot of different teams. Meanwhile, all these other teams, SK Ladies, PG, AS, they all are fighting pretty much. And they have to worry about the next one because they're all working the edges right now. I love Snowy's position. She's just, if anyone peeks, she's shooting, it seems, with the AK. Payne is cutting closer, which may put good shots on Payne. Good shots, but doesn't push all the way. Trying to throw a grenade up where he last got shot from, but he's already gone from that position. Looks like Danky's having good shots on Alexander, and he's thirsted out. Chino is the only one left.
Yeah,
Oh, what
execution
Danky?
just went from 4 players to 1 player.
How did Danky survive? He just dropped down from the top of the cliff there. I guess that's
Oh, look
okay
at the
enough.
zone.
Yeah, the zone is
Oh,
definitely
look.
pushing him out.
No one's here.
Oh!
Let's go right here.
Danky just got knocked from the cliff, and he is out of the game. So this zone is wide open. I think I'm expecting Binary to hold the cliff. Obviously, the next position he'll have to worry about going down, but he does have the ability to come down around if he needs to later.
Look at Snowy!
Snowy's still alive?
This player
Snowy.
vaulted the wall and literally was standing on top of her.
Snowy's just shooting, pre-firing that wall, and gets shot in the back. Thanks to Sentley.
So one player came around the wall and ran up the hill, and she was watching him, like had perfect shot. This other player vaulted the wall, literally was standing, had to be on top of her. Like, it was so funny. So she shot that player, obviously, because like
Yeah.
there's no way he wouldn't know that she was there.
The one that was vaulting over on her.
Yeah, it was like he vaulted and you could tell like couldn't move like correctly. So at least she got one more kill out of it, because she was
Yeah.
able to knock and thirst that player.
Oh, I think Diffusion just messed up that grenade. Maybe not. No. Look at the grenade. I think the spectate mode made it look like it swiggled out, but Santley is out. Looks like 100 is working the blue zone trying to get in. It's going to be dangerous. Goes with the thirst on Hendrix first. He's going to try to rush it in now, but I don't know if this is going to work. There's no way this should work, but it is. And he gets in. Trying to drop shot? No. As Propagate is actually the one that got the last kill there. 3 teams left. AS seems to be in a good position with the smokes and the rocks under. Propagate though is gonna. Oh, I thought Fusion was gonna get knocked out by Propagate, but instead it was the opposite. Fusion gonna heal now behind the rock. Unsubs on the left rock as well. Thank you for the follow, Bless. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Binaries had 2 of these AS players out in the open and wasn't able to knock either of them. They were both able to get to hard cover.
Propagate
Sometimes that
is out thanks to the
6x
grenade
is
by
just
Fusion.
a bit too much.
The what?
The
Those.
6x.
Yeah,
The 6x a full spray. Sometimes it's just a bit too much.
I agree with you there. I don't expect Unsub or Fusion to back off from their zone position, and obviously Binary needs to cut it down first, so he's going to be wide open for shots, and right now that is happening. He is out of the game. So 2 teams left, technically 1 versus 2. Crunch is in there, good hits with the peek around a tree, and so Fusion's going to be the next one up, and knocked down. So Fusion takes the win for his squad. I think, if I'm not mistaken, AS won a match already. Hendrix Unsub with 13 kills, crazy amount, and Fusion with 4. That makes a team total of 17. So I don't know if they won a match. I thought they did. Maybe they just came in second as well. Otherwise, if they came in first and second in 2 matches out of the 3, I think they take the whole thing, especially with this kill count.
kills, it's huge, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see, though. We'll have the official results in our Discord. We'll continue through this. THC comes in with 8 for Trick. Wow. That's actually a lot right there. 4 for Danky, Wasted with 3, and 3 for Crunch. That's a team total of 18. So that's the most we've had in any match from one particular team tonight. Zone Fighters with 2 for Propagate as a 3-man squad. They tried to do their best. Seems like 3-man squad seems to get 3rd place most of the time. But I digress. We'll go to PG with 2 apiece for Sentley and Rainy, and team total of 6. Striker, Sage, Alexander, and Chino each, total has 3 kills. SK Ladies with 4 total kills. Legacy with 2 kills from Trickster himself. We have Underdogs with 2 kills. True comes in with 6 from Rambino, a team total of 8. RDM with 2. Naked with 1 kill from Guy. Lights On with 4 kills. Universe 7 with 0. No Aim with 2. FRZ with 0. We have Carla and the rest of her squad with 1 kill for Zestlust. Royal comes in with 0. TF with 0. FBO with 0. And last but not least, PHG with 0. So I'm going to take these screenshots. And don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to sign off here in just a sec. And we're also going to raid a different stream for your viewing pleasure. Is there anything you want to sign off with to tell these beautiful viewers what they should know about you?
Well, I did want to say tomorrow. Well, one thing, if you don't know about me, um, I have this reputation in the community for knowing a thing or two about technology related topics, with streaming or PCs or whatever. So I have been having my Tuesday streams be like Tech Tuesdays, where we spend time just chatting, like answering questions or talking about tech topics or things like that. But tomorrow I have kind of a special stream planned where my wife is going to build a PC on stream live, and she's never even like taken a case open, like taken anything to do with a PC component. So it should be
I have no idea
funny,
either.
interesting. I don't know. Like a week ago, I had to show her how to change the ink cartridge in the printer.
Oh,
So then
wow.
I thought it would be a good idea to have her build me a computer live on stream.
Wow. All right.
So we'll see how that goes. It's tomorrow at 8 Eastern
You heard it here,
is
guys.
when we're planning on doing that. Now, it's not going to be like a great production. Don't expect that, because I don't have like multiple cameras and like things like that to like, I don't know, record everything really neat. But we're gonna be live on stream. She's gonna be building a computer. Now we have to use like the drives out of my current computer, so we can't completely finish it, but we can at least get it to post, right? To make sure like all the components are installed correctly and it will boot and get into the BIOS and things like that. So it could be, I don't know. I may not be married after tomorrow, or I'll have a new computer. One or the other.
I always
So
find when you're trying to teach like a significant other, it's a hard process. It's a very hard process, and
yeah, no,
it's
she'll do
understandable.
great. She watched like half of one YouTube video on how to build a PC, so she thinks she
Okay.
knows what she's in for right now. So
Oh, great. Yeah. All
if
you need
you're
is a
not doing
pass.
anything else tomorrow, like come by. If you ever have like some sort of technology question, if it's about streaming or just PCs in general, like find me on Twitter or whatever. The Twitter's probably the best. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have really exciting coming up. But it should be something. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it will be something.
I like something. That sounds. I definitely recommend you go watch him. He's great when it comes to streaming, whether it's scrims, his gameplay, and obviously like in real life stuff. Definitely suggest you guys watch him. His name is NICKydex, NICKYDEX. All right. It is very easy. You look at the title, that's his name right there. Search him on Twitch. He'll be there. If you're wanting to watch from Mad Cat, you can watch from there as well. And I think he's on YouTube and stuff as well if you want to find him there. Other than that, tomorrow we're also having the Isolated Royale. So for COD mobile stream, if you want to watch that, feel free. And that is it. If you guys definitely make sure to follow if you like what you saw here, appreciate it. We'll have more content coming down to you for sure. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching from YouTube and hit that notification bell so you know exactly when we stream. And that's and I think we're covered. I think we're covered. We're gonna have the actually I should say we're having the results in our Discord calculated either by tonight or tomorrow, and you can obviously sign up for this particular scrimmage in our Discord to sign up for. We have the Naked Riot on Friday, so if you want to even play sooner than that, go to our Discord to sign up for that right now. Okay, I think we're gonna go on a raid now. Any last few words, or I think we're good.
No, I just appreciate you doing this, and co-casting was fun. Like it takes
Yeah.
a bit of the pressure off of trying to do everything yourself. At least for me, because you were handling the visual side of it. you know, um, but yeah, definitely a good time. I appreciate it. Just can
That.
you just verify that you got those screenshots I sent you?
Oh, let me check. Thank you for being a part of this too. This was awesome to have you here. Having your knowledge on all these types of games is key when it comes to this. I don't think I have the screenshots, but
What's interesting is I sent them from my phone, and on my phone I can see that I sent them to you, but on my computer it's like they're not showing up.
okay. We
I don't
could
know if
try a
it's because
different
we're
way.
on a call. It might be because we're
Maybe.
on a call,
Could be.
but
Maybe I just
yeah.
have to refresh it too on my side. Okay. So as you guys know, I'm going to be raiding, so we will do that. It takes a great thing about raiding when it comes to streaming a scrimmage is that it takes me time to figure out who I want to raid, and I do have a few minutes delay, so it doesn't matter. Any idea of who we should raid?
I was just gonna see who was online.
Let's see who's online on my side too. So right now I have.
DN1 is on. Do you know Trixie Tricks? Holy cow, she's
I
got
don't.
43 viewers. She must have got a. I hate to say that. She must have got a raid. But,
Maybe
mean-
she earned it on her own.
maybe she did. Murphy's on.
You said
with 9
Trixie Tricks?
viewers.
I'll try that. Do you know her, or
Yeah.
do you just like watching her? Not in a
She
creepy way.
rated me like I never knew who she was. She rated me like a couple weeks ago, and it was like, oh, I just made affiliate or whatever. That's why I said she has 43 viewers. Like, all right,
Is
maybe
it Trixie
she's just
Trex?
exploding. I don't know. It's Trizzy Tricks. Trizzy. Trix.
Tzzy. And what was the last part?
Trix.
Alright, there she is. She is live.